don't know why I feel super excited. I mean, even though I'm in Brazil, but I'm super excited for this trip. I mean, the journey that I'm about to embark on right now, going to Salvador, the blackest city out of Africa. And listen, I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm more than excited. I'm so excited, man. I can't wait to hug my fellow brothers and sisters, allow them to feel the warmth from Africa. I'm bringing the warmth from Africa directly to them. Buy my pepper. Hi, hello, everybody.
Maya, your pepper is expensive.
No. Hi, you buy pepper? Woo. I'm excited, man. I don't know, I've used the word excited so many times because I'm super excited. Yeah, just going to get my tickets, and 2 hours later, I'll be in Salvador. It's a 2 hours flight. Traveling in Brazil feels like you're traveling within a continent because the country is so huge. Because for us, flying to Salvador is going to take us 2 hours 15 minutes. So yeah, preparing for takeoff. Close your eyes and let's pray. So that's the Mr. Maya.
Maya.
Welcome to Salvador.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi, how are you?
Joyas de oro cargo también un camaro y ropa de marca que también portamos. Empecé de cero. Miren ya lo que logré. Caídas un chingo, ya me tropezado. Me quedado en cero, no importa cuánto traigo, gracias risa. Y quieren saber quién es.
Amanhã outro dia, tua saída.
I really want to know what makes Salvador so unique.
It's the vibration, the energy. This place is, we cannot explain. Even myself, I'm a local, of course. I miss this place when I keep far for a period, like the energy. When I come back and I come exactly to this place, Pelourinho, I can breathe. I can feel my energy recharging. So, firstly, it's about the energy, the vibration from Salvador. Also the colors, the music that you see everywhere. Like now you can maybe listen to the song. The beach, the culture here is very, very intense. Everywhere you go, you see elements from different aspects like cuisine, dance, capoeira, music. So the arts here is very easy to see and to keep connected. So Salvador for me is unique. I don't want to leave my city never.
Welcome to the blackest city out of Africa, the African city of Brazil, the city that millions of slaves that were taken out of Africa were brought to, the city that 80% of its population are of African descent. Have you heard of the New World? This was once the New World. Welcome to Salvador Bahia, the first capital of Brazil. Man. Okay.
Yanko, hey. Eh? Ghana.
I don't know, I feel so happy to be here. And I'm just super excited being here. That's like my grandma from Ghana. How are you?
To the bank?
To the bank?
They say everything is cool.
Salvador Bahia, a very beautiful coastal city in the northeastern part of Brazil, situated on a peninsula. Salvador Bahia got a lot of nicknames, but my favorite one is the city of happiness. You cannot tell me that with all the beautiful women that you see in this city, you're gonna be sad. You cannot tell me that with the rhythm, the sounds, the vibration from this beautiful city will make you a sad person. I'm really having a time of my life in this beautiful city, but after being here, first impression, I feel like Salvador Bahia is a city full of contrast. I think one thing that I would say, first impression after being here for the past 5 days, this is a city of contrast.
Exactly.
A city where when you see rich people, you see that the place is super rich with skyscrapers. I mean, people living so big in there. Then when you drive 30 minutes away from it, the rest is favelas.
Yes, you come back to Jamestown.
and also one of the things that I've seen, it's more like, have you eaten a chocolate cake before?
Yes.
So a chocolate cake with a vanilla ice cream on it.
Yeah, I'm not very fond of sweets, but I think
no, but you've seen it, right?
Yes.
So the chocolate is like, you know, the chocolate is bigger. The chocolate cake is bigger. Then you put the vanilla cream on it.
Yep.
It's in a small size. So you see so many black people, which I'm describing them as a chocolate, and the colors. So it shows the diversity of the city with the, I mean, the white people that you see here. Those are the size of the cream that you see on top. And I don't know, but being here, I think the blacks are the majority, but the people that are ruling or the people that are doing everything are the white people.
White people.
So
20% ruling 80%.
how is life in general living in Salvador Bahia as a black person?
Yeah, it should be wonderful. It's the most African city outside the African continent.
Yep.
At least between the capitals of Brazil and all America.
Yeah.
But it's on the other side, it's very difficult because it's one of the most racist city. It's a lot of prejudice here in Salvador. Wow. We don't have mayors, black mayors, and we don't have a black elite, a middle class. Most of it is white people that compose this middle class. So it's a very large struggle to make justice and equalizing the opportunities for the whole society.
For all the society.
Yeah.
Salvador, the Afro-Brazilian capital with roughly 80% of its residents route to Africa. Why is this so? because this city is the first ever slave market in the New World where Africans were enslaved and brought in here to work on sugarcane plantation. I believe you all want to know when and how that this happened. In the year 1530 to 1856, the Portuguese brought about 4.8 million of enslaved Africans from different ethnicities from different regions of Africa.
Yeah, we are in the lower city, in the oldest part of Salvador, and it was exactly here in the colonial period, 7th century, that we had the first most important port in Brazil, and it was by here that we received thousands. About the total in Brazil was about 5 million Africans enslaved people, and here, this place, we received many of these Africans.
So when
they arrive in Brazil by here, northeast of Brazil, especially Recife and Salvador, was exactly here.
And I've seen like the floating fort. What is that used for?
This fort was also built in the 16th century, between 16th and 17th century. It's one of the oldest defensive systems in Brazil, and it was built exactly in front of the city because Salvador was planned, it was started to be built there to protect the city of any kind of invasion, attack. You understand? So we have the fort there, and more forts to the left. There's Baja, and more to the right, because the city was concentrated here.
To the top?
In the top. So Salvador was chosen to be the first capital in Brazil, also because of the strategic position in the northeast, also having the most important fort, and also because of the position there, because from there it would be easy to see any kind of attack.
I wish we all can close our eyes and say a prayer for our ancestors. After being here, I really feel their pain because they went through a lot of inhumane treatment right from the continent till they made it to the New World. That shows how resilient our people are. And even when they made it in here, they did not just come here to eat and sleep, but the struggles still continued. If you see in a city of this caliber, knowing that it was built by our people with no machinery, it shows that our ancestors really suffered in the New World.
So the colonial Salvador that began to be built in 1549 was obviously very small and was located in what is now the Pelourinho neighborhood. In the 7th century, it was surrounded by a wall of stones and mud to protect it from any type of attack and threat such as the Dutch. So even today, we have a part of this stone wall preserved. So this is the unique part of the wall that we still have preserved here in Salvador. This wall was built in the 7th century to protect the city.
The wall is still here?
Yeah, also.
Oh my God.
See?
So basically, this is the foundation of Brazil.
Yeah, because Salvador, the first capital, was founded in 1549. And Brazil would start to be invaded and colonized in 1500. So 49 years after. And this is the map of Salvador, original. So you see the wall here around. So now we are about here.
Here.
Yeah.
So this was the whole Salvador.
Yeah, that now is just the Pelourinho neighborhood. And of course, all this that you see, this wall, was built by our ancestors, Africans. So it's also.
I feel like they made Africans do all the hard work.
Of course, all.
Because to build this?
Yeah, all the hard work, all the city, each rock, each stone that you see here, from that period, 16th century, 17th century, was built by the enslaved. And also indigenous, but majority the Africans, yeah.
It's like you put in like...
This is like a
rock.
patrimony.
This is in its original state.
From about 1613.
Just want to know, like, who built this place?
Pessoas que foram escravizadas e trabalharam duro nesta área para construir essa região que hoje nós conhecemos como centro histórico, né? O Pelourinho.
One unique thing about Pelourinho, anytime you are here, is the gravel roads. And you see the roads are made of stones. But apparently the roads that are made out of stones got history, and it's not a good one. Can you tell me what these stones on the ground really represent?
It's stones here, part of this place has black blood.
Black blood?
Blood, of course. Because the black people, as a slaver, building this place. So
they built.
Each part of this place has.
The whole place was built by black people.
Yes, the black community was as a slaver building this.
The stones, is it in its original form or it has been renovated?
Sim, essas pedras, houve na verdade um processo, né, de revitalização, porém mantendo a estrutura que foi construída século passado, né? Na verdade há séculos, já que o Pelourinho, a história é que pelo menos no século XV foi construída essa área.
I kept on hearing the name Pelourinho to the extent that I didn't even know the real pronunciation of Pelourinho. But the history behind this name even made me more sad.
So the name of the neighborhood Pelourinho comes from the structure that calls Pelourinho that was used to punish the enslaved in that period. So it's like a big and large piece of wood where normally they was tied there and was used to receive like lashes. Most of them also, when there was a lot of lashes, they could die. So this is the origin of the name of the neighborhood, Pelourinho.
This is the first Brazilian street. So Salvador was planned to start to be built in 1549 by Tomé de Souza, Portuguese colonizer, that was designated to build all the city. And this was considered the elite area. Okay?
Wow.
Yeah, push it. No sugar.
It's a busy street, man.
Yeah, it's a mixture. Now it's more business, but all this area, called Pelourinho, originally was like the rich area of the city. After, when the city starts to expand to other areas, this place starts to be more commercial, turned commercial. And many homeless people also start to occupy this house that was empty, irregular, like not regular. So we also had a very strong social crisis here in this neighborhood, Pelourinho, about in 20th century.
And this place was built by?
This place was built by the Africans, the enslaved people, but in order, designated by the General Tomé de Souza. There you see that this statue.
Tentativa para poder retirar algumas famílias, porque alguns prédios são valorizados. É uma área comercial, mas também existem famílias que residem nesta área.
Mas aqui também tem que dizer que esses casarões também pertenciam a famílias ricas no passado. Então você teve um processo também de substituição, né? Quando aqui deixou de ser talvez o a parte nobre da cidade, essas pessoas ricas mudaram para outros lugares. E aí foi ocupado por pessoas pobres. E quando foi ocupado por pessoas pobres, em dado momento que teve uma reforma daqui do Pelourinho, teve uma tentativa de retirada dessas pessoas pobres dos imóveis.
Of this issue, this place, when the slave masters that had the coffee farm and all the palm plantations which they extracted the palm wine for cosmetics, they were all those ones that had those houses in Pelourinho where they have the slave masters colony. Yeah. Do you understand? Yeah. It's kind of like instead of being a castle, it's like a community. So that's where they have the George McLean and all them. You understand? In Portuguese level. So when things started changing, the abolition of the slave and distance, they moved from that Pelourinho where you guys ate yesterday, had lunch, to come to this place. So this is one of the most expensive pieces of land in the whole Bahia.
Did you know that some of the enslaved Africans in Brazil returned back to Africa? As of why they returned, I had no idea. But based on my research, some bought their freedom and went back to the motherland. But also many believe that during one of the biggest revolts in the history of Bahia, where they term to be called the Revolt of the Malays, which is Muslims, on January 25th, 1835, over 600 slaves mobilized themselves in search of their freedom. So that caused the biggest revolts in the history of Bahia. And at the end of the day, some were caught, they were flogged, some were also executed, and majority of them were deported back to the continent. Hence the name, the Tabon people of Ghana.
So if you've ever heard about Jamestown, yes, Jamestown in Accra. I'm currently at Jamestown, popularly known as British Accra, Jamestown, British Accra. And the house behind me is the house that is called Brazilian House.
The reason why this place is called Brazilian House, the Ghanaians that were taken from Ghana to Brazil, their descendants come back home in 1836. And when they came, this is the area when they settled and live. So when you look at outside the street, it's called Brazil Lane. So all the houses on the street was built by the Afro-Brazilians who returned from Brazil. And later they became a businessman. They sold all their houses and went back to Brazil. But one of the leaders who led the 200 delegation from Brazil to Ghana is called Mama Nancy. He married from the local royalty from Otublohum, and he have the one daughter with the Queen Mother's daughter. So you have to leave the property for his descendants, and I'm one of the descendants of the Brazil house.
Oh, okay. So yeah. What came about with the name Tabon people?
Okay, when they returned in 1836, you know, they cannot speak the English, they only speak Portuguese.
Okay.
So, because they are businessmen and they are selling a lot of things, when the local people, some of the Ghana people came and buy something, they greet them, Tabon, it's good. Tabon means it's good in Portuguese language.
Okay.
It's good, it's good. So the people in the local area refer them as the people who speak Tabon language. So that's why they call them Tabon people. Today, as I'm talking to you now, the Tabon people or Tabon community is a very big community in Ghana. Wow. For example, the first female Chief Justice in Ghana was born here.
Oh, okay.
She's also a Tabon. Wow. And not a lot of people passing through here, Azuma Nelson, they were all Tabon people. Where we are now, we are at the Jamestown port. the port that was built by King James in 1646. This is a port when the Afro-Brazilians arrived in 1836. It has become now a local fishing harbor. And so when they returned, they came with a couple of West African. For example, Togo, Nigeria, and then Benin. They are on one ship.
Okay. So
yeah, when they are coming.
When they arrived, others also went back to Togo,
Nigeria. When the ship left Ghana, it went to Togo, Benin, then in Nigeria. Wow. They are all descendants of the returnees from Brazil.
You cannot be in Salvador Bahia without feeling like you are in Africa, which means that they left Africa, but Africa never left them. I know that Brazilians are super big on beach football, but the fact that the people playing football looks like me, I mean, if we should take this beach to somewhere in Sierra Leone, you would definitely think that these are all Africans. This is crazy, man. So I'm exploring Salvador Bahia and I just met an Afro-Colombian. Wow!
Mario.
And Senegalese?
Yes, Senegal.
So, as black people, found yourself in Salvador Bahia, how does that feel?
I mean, for me, Salvador is like, if you're black and you're going to South America, if you're not going to Cartagena, you need to go to Bahia. You need to go to Bahia. Salvador is a must.
Why do you say so?
It's the heart of Afro-culture in the country, and to an extent in the South Americas.
For me, it's been interesting because like there is so much spirit from West Africa in here, but also everything is so mixed and different. When you're used to being Banjul or being in Dakar on the street, and you almost like see the tribes, and and you look at people's faces, and here like you recognize some elements, but then everything is just so much bloom. It's incredible. He never told me they were coming to a black city.
Indeed, Salvador Bahia is the Africa out of Africa because the way of life in this city is similar to the way of life in different countries in Africa. And me being here, that was really exciting to see. Paulo, what happened in here?
So we are in the heart of Salvador, the heart of Brazil actually, Pelourinho, right? So the historical city of Salvador, pretty much a UNESCO heritage site.
Yeah.
The first settlement of the Portuguese here in Brazil, but also it has a very sad story because the Africans were beaten here. But then nowadays we made we gave another meaning for this place, which means freedom, means celebration of our culture, means connect our roots with our roots. So Pelourinho is now a very Afrocentric place.
Wow.
And particularly in this area here, this square is well known worldwide because Michael Jackson used to play here. Actually, he played a video clip called They Don't Care About Us. It was in this particular place, that's the window there.
Oh.
He was there, you see? So Michael Jackson was pretty much doing a big favor to Brazil, to Bahia, to promote Olodum, which is our most iconic music group, to the world. And then this place here during the 90s became really vibrant.
Wow.
And nowadays it's like the heart of Brazil.
See, everyone, I mean, one thing I love about this place is that like, it's so Afrocentric, you know?
Yes.
The Afro vibe here is really thick, man. I don't know if you guys can see the people around here. They look like Ghanaians. They look like, West Africans.
Angolan.
So beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Mama, you've been to Ghana?
No, not Ghana.
You from Brazil? Wow! You look like my mom from Ghana. Look at that. You've been to Africa? Never?
No, never.
Never?
Never.
Wow. I love your outfit. It's so beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, nice.
You Ghana?
Yeah, I'm from Ghana. This is crazy. Like I saw her, I'm like, that's my mom, that's my auntie from Ghana. And she's like, no, I'm from Brazil, man. He follows me on YouTube. Wow. Really?
Yeah, well, because I love Ghana.
Wow.
So there's a lot of YouTubers that were doing content in Ghana. Some folks from the UK, I think, were living there. And then there was a guy with the kids, and you. And so I love it. You know, I spent 3 months at Ashesi University.
Ashesi University.
Yeah, so Ghana's very close to my heart.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you too, man.
And I guess you love coming to Salvador.
Yeah, I live here now.
You live here? Why Salvador?
Because I wanted to be around black folks. I want to be by the ocean. I want to be in a warm climate. And I love it here. So I was in Rio, didn't really like it as much. So I came here.
Do you feel at home here though?
I do feel at home. Cultural differences, you know, they're significant, but folks are very nice and welcoming, and we work it out, make it work.
But you said you live in Ghana for 3 months.
I was in Ghana for 3 months.
Is there any similarities between Ghana and Salvador?
Just that I feel like I don't stand out. You know, in the streets, I can walk and nobody will know that I'm not from there until I say something. The minute I say something, then they know I'm not from there. But, you know, I feel like brotherhood, you know, like the connection that I don't feel a lot of other places.
And it's not all about the connection with the people, but the connection with the food. This is, oh wow, it seems, this is Acarajé.
Acarajé da Marijane, que é ela
Her name is Mary Jane?
Yes, Mary Jane.
Oh wow.
Perfect.
And you make Acarajé?
Yes.
Mary Jane makes Acarajé.
Yeah.
Yeah, Acarajé, Mary Jane. Hola, tudo bem?
Tem razão.
What is this called? This one is called what?
It's abará.
Abar. Is this, you know, it looks like... This is a meal from Nigeria.
Yeah.
It's called momoing.
Momoing.
Momoing in Nigeria. Is it made with beans?
Yes.
Sorry. Made with beans?
É feito com feijão.
If you ever get a chance to visit Salvador Bahia and you make it to Pelourinho, please make sure you buy Acarajé from Mary Jane. Ooh la la! This is called gari.
Or yuca fall.
In Ghana, we call it gari. In Nigeria, it's called gari. Oh, it's not gari. No,
It's from yuca?
1 minute. Let me taste. I want to be sure. This is Africa, man. This is a Christian city with Afro-Indigenous religion, and in here they call it Candomblé. It was exciting to see Nigeria, Togo, Benin, and Ghana religion present in here. What I read before coming in here is the most popular African spirituality religion that is found in Salvador Bahia is Candomblé.
Yes.
I really want to know more about Candomblé. What is Candomblé all about?
Oh, thanks for the question. My name is Caetano Portugal. I'm Ogan. From this temple, it's a temple of Candomblé. Candomblé is an African Brazilian religion, African-inspired religion, brought by people from Africa that were brought by Europeans, enslaved, and it functions with some elements. Number one, divination. Number two, offerings for the god and goddess that we call voduns. And we have dance, we have play of drums, and we sing, and we eat. It's a religion full of joy and it's kind of encapsulated African culture in the Brazilian territory.
Okay, he's buying all of this.
And what is he using it for?
Okay. For Ogun and Yeshu, that's the gods.
Wow.
For the gods.
I feel like Brazilians are so big. The Afro-Brazilians are so big in the African spirituality.
Very.
Come closer.
E qual é a celebração de Beji?
Não. For protection.
For protection.
Protection, yeah, sacrifice.
Ogun is from Nigeria.
Ogun é uma palavra nigeriana, né? De Yoruba.
Are you Yoruba?
Você é Yoruba?
Não.
Você é da onde?
Eu sou do Brasil.
He's from Brazil. Que parte?
Rio das Artes, São Paulo.
São Paulo, he's from São Paulo.
But you believe in the African spirituality.
Você acredita no religião africano espiritualmente? O que você está fazendo? I asked her what is she doing? What is that? Okay, she's asking for offerings, like help, donate to support the Twins Festival, because every September is the Twins in Tafu. Ghana we call it in Tafu. Here is the in Nigeria we call it Bejis.
They have Twin Festival here.
Exactly.
We have Twin Festival in Accra, in Ghana.
In Ghana, Africa, também tem celebração de Bejis.
It's the Homoho Festival.
So Homoho is Twins Festival.
Yeah, so Homoho, the day for Homoho is like a day or 2 days or a week before Homoho. They celebrate Twin Festival. And do people wear white for the festival?
Yes, so that is what she's asking for support to do the Twins Festival. That is we call it Beji. That is a Yoruba word. Yeah, Beji. Twins mother, Ata, Mami Ata. There are all those kind of names. So it makes sense, right?
This is interesting.
Yes.
Knowing that they have when is the festival?
The festival is the whole September.
The whole of September?
Yes.
And I cannot come to a coastal city without checking out the beach and finding out that the local beach in here is called Sao Tome, just like a country in Africa. Was the happiest day of my life because it's time to eat food for women. That's the wife of a Jamaican man. Hey Maya, you like it? I love it. I love it. Yeah. The people are happy, they are amazing, and they look like me. So good, immersing myself in the Atlantic Ocean at the other side of the world. This is Sao Tome. I mean, I'm not talking about a Sao Tome in Africa, I'm talking about Sao Tome in Brazil. This whole area is called Sao Tome Principe. It's found along the coastline in Salvador, the blackest city out of Africa. I mean, the African city within Brazil. Like literally everyone around me is black. Everyone around me looks like me. Everyone around me is black. Everyone around me looks like black. Oh my goodness.